Welcome back. In Northwest News, Hanford officials say unusual radiation readings that led them to declare an emergency operations alert last month came from old contamination in Pasco. The Tri-City Herald newspaper reports the Hanford officials found no evidence of new leak from a waste removal system or its transfer hoses. They told employees yesterday that an investigation found insulating blankets that had been used to shield radiation on a small area had shifted. That caused radiation readings to go up during routine monitoring. Because the abnormal reading could have been caused by a leak, workers at the Sea Tank farm were evacuated overnight on August 21st, and workers in central Hanford and near the K reactors were ordered to take cover indoors. Before work restarts this week, the hotspot will be recovered. 2 Canadian men were injured when they and a companion fell into a crevasse on Mount Rainier and are reported to be improving at a Seattle hospital. Harborview Medical Center spokeswoman Susan Gregg said the men were in serious condition. There was a third climber taken to a different hospital. Authorities have not identified the trio of Canadian climbers. Chief Ranger Chuck Young says the trio fell about 30 feet into the crevasse on Sunday, landing on a ledge as they descended from the 14,411-foot summit. They were at about 11,200 feet on the Emmons Glacier. Young says rangers were dropped off near the site and the 3 climbers were flown to the Sunrise Visitor Center by helicopter. The 2 most seriously hurt men were then flown to the hospital. When it comes to sending your kids to college, some are turning to online education. A problem plaguing this new form of education is the threat of cheating on exams. One school claims they have the solution.
It's test time for Pauline Yusuf. Inside her New York City home, she looks into a special webcam provided by her college. A monitor 2,000 miles away in Phoenix, Arizona, does a biometric scan of her face, comparing 22 facial points to a photo taken when she registered to make sure it's really her.
I needed to get my master's to continue teaching. I needed for my license, and I didn't want to go back to a regular college because I work full-time.
As more classes are taught online, schools are coming up with ways to keep students from cheating. This is how many of the 40,000 students of the online-only Western Governors University take tests. The school's president says it's nearly impossible to beat the system.
Because there's actually software built into the system that catches cheating behavior. So strange eye movements, head movements, dropping your head like you're reading something in your lap.
As she starts her test, Yusuf's computer is locked from afar. No access to the internet or email.
They stop the exam if it gets blurry, if the camera gets a little out of focus. They'll stop the exam on my end and they'll tell me to fix my lens.
As students type their answers, the software records how long it takes.
An individual's typing pattern is as unique to him or her as their own fingerprint.
Yusuf finishes the exam in an hour, passing the test and the extra security. Ted Chaffrey, Associated Press, New York.
If you want to make sure they have a better education, you can look into Big Bend Community College. Well, that's going to do it for us here at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.